Morning, guys. Redneck Garage coming at you with a video, a how-to video, and we're going to discuss a few things about two-cycle engine oils. All right, now there's people that have these engines. I got to change all these are new. I just got them the other day. This thing, I've had it for like almost 6 years. It's a cheap MTD HB26. It's an MTD Pro. This is my beater, man. I've had it. It's at one time I did lawn care service, and that was what I had, and it works good. It's like 200 mile an hour, 220 mile an hour. I don't know. It's been a long time. So it is around 200 mile an hour though. This thing is 276 miles per hour and 800 CFM or somewhere in there. Anyway, not what the video is about. It's about two-cycle engines. I have a few in this garage. I have a four-wheeler. I have these, and that's it for right now. Some people don't know how to mix gas. Some people don't even know that you have to mix gas, which is the death of a lot of these small engines, because you get people that don't know. And they go to the store, they buy one, they bring it home, they put gas in it and run the piss out of it. Well, this video is going to help lighten that up, I think. Now, some of you swear by Motul oils, some of you swear by Mobil 1. There's tons of oils out there. Husqvarna, Craftsman even, or not Craftsman, Briggs & Stratton even had their own oil for a while, but I don't think they're making it anymore. I'm not sure. There's Klotz. You can use any kind of oil you want. Me personally, I've been using this Super Tech two-cycle oil for years and years and years and years and years and years, okay? Since I noticed that Walmart even was carrying this brand, I've been using it. So it's been a long time. It's been good oil. Now this is outboard oil TCW3 two-cycle, okay? But it's also designed for other oils. If you look on the back here, it says a high quality ashless TCW3. Now, ashless oil is usually a synthetic, a full synthetic or a synthetic blend of some sort. This does not specify whether it's synthetic or not, so I'm not going to say that it is or ain't. But a high quality ashless TCW3 two-cycle engine oil formulated for use in domestic or imported outboard motors can be used in either pre-mixed or variable ratio oil injection systems. We'll talk about oil injection systems in a minute. Where pre-mixing is not required, may also be used in a variety of other two-cycle engines such as lawnmowers, motorcycles, chainsaws, snowmobiles, where NMMA TCW3 quality oils are specified. May be used where former TCW and TCW2 oils were recommended. This is a really good choice, especially for the money. It's $11. I know a lot of you are still paying $28 to $40 a gallon for oil, and if you're buying them small bottles just to make it, you know, a little faster, you're spending even more per gallon, because you're only getting like 2.5 ounces in one of them little bottles. I have a few of them bottles, but because it comes with some of the stuff I buy, you're wasting your money. Buy one of them bottles, mix this into it, and then put in your gallon of gas if you want to. Now, I did find some charts on Google. I have the metric one and the ounces. Okay, we'll go through those in a minute. But anyhow, we're going to talk about brand of oils. Again, there's nothing wrong with the SuperTech Walmart brand oil. You know what's wrong with it? People are scared of it. That's what's wrong with it. I've been using, not say every oil change, but you know, I buy this stuff for my mowers and stuff like that for years. I'm not just talking about this, I'm talking about the engine oil too. It's good oil for the money, and it's way cheaper than, you know, going to a parts store and buying some Mobil 1 or something. I mean, I'm not telling you not to run Mobil 1, because Mobil 1 is some really good oil. But if you're not driving a BMW Beamer or, you know, an Audi or something, you don't need Castrol or Mobil 1 oils, okay? If you're driving an F-150, an F-250, a Ranger, a Kia, a Honda, whatever, that calls for 5W30 or 5W20 or whatever, go ahead and get this. And I'm sure that this brand will rank up there with Mobil 1, because I don't know if you know this or not, there's not 100 oil factories around, okay? There's a couple of factories that makes all the oil for everybody. So coming out of the same factory means it gets the same testing, it gets the same additives, etc., etc. All right? So what I recommend to you is save some money. Buy the SuperTech. I'm not sponsored by Walmart. I'm not sponsored by SuperTech. I'm just trying to help you save some money. All right? You buy what you want. It's your money. You work for it. You won the lottery for it. Whatever you did for it, it's yours. You spend it your way, and I'll spend mine my way. But that's why I spent $11. Then I have $20 left that I can put into something else. Say, some good gas. You know what I mean? Okay. Now, we're going to talk about ratios. Me personally, 30-to-1 mix has been my go-to mix for many years. It works. It's good. But, there's a big but. Would I run 30-to-1 in this? Yes. Would I run 32-to-1 in this? And this? No. I'll tell you why. Number one, the manufacturer recommends 50-to-1 oil mix. Okay? On these. I can't remember what's recommended on this. But I've been running 32-to-1 in it for years. It fires right up. Like 3-4 pulls. Every time I need it. Okay? Would I run 40-to-1 in these? Yeah, I would, because it's not that big of a difference. You give it a little bit more oil. But depending upon the brand of oil, depending upon the mix ratio, really. And two, if I were to go from manufacturer recommended from 50-to-1 to 40-to-1 or even 32-to-1, because not saying that you couldn't run 32-to-1 in these, because you could, but the mufflers might clog up because they weren't designed for 32-to-1. You're gonna have to play with the carburetor mixture ratios, the air fuel. There's a few things you're gonna have to do to run lower oil, or more oil, I should say, with a lower ratio, whatever. Anyway, so me personally, I'm gonna stick to around 50-to-1, maybe 45-to-1 on these. Nothing's gonna happen to them. I don't beat the crap out of my stuff. My stuff lasts. I keep it nice. As you can see, this one, it's dirty. Got some dirt on it. It's my beater. I throw it on the ground, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna throw these on the ground. This one, it's a cheap, you know, whatever. I even let the kids play with that one when they feel like they want to do something and blow some leaves. All right. Now, how to mix 2-cycle engine oil. I'm in America, so I'm going to do the ounces for now, but I'll go over the metric. I'm going to put this in front of the camera so you can see it, copy it, whatever you need to do. Pause the video if you have to. All right. I'll do the metric one. Pause the video if you have to. Take a screenshot if you have to. Whatever you gotta do. Write it down, take a screenshot, whatever. Before I get into those, I'm gonna get into this. A lot of the oils have a chart on the back that tell you how to mix it, okay? This oil you can mix 32 to 1, 40 to 1, and 50 to 1. That's what they recommend you premix at. Now, it only does 32 to 1 for 2 gallons of gas, 40 to 1 for 2.5 gallons of gas, and 50 to 1 for 6 gallons of gas. Mind you, this chart is meant for boaters. It's meant for outboard motors because they have bigger tanks. The smaller outboards, they have a 2-gallon tank, and then you get up into the 6-gallon tanks. So they put a chart on there aiming it at them. All right? That's not going to help me at 1 gallon of gas. I mean, I know how to mix it, but somebody may not. Now, this says 16 ounces of oil for 6 gallons. That's right. That's roughly 2.5 or 2.6 ounces of oil per gallon, which is exactly what our chart says, I think. Yep. Okay. Now these charts, as you just saw, they go 1, 2, 2.5, and 5 gallon. We're going to do 1 gallon because most homeowners are only going to mix 1 gallon at a time because usually they're just running a weed eater or a chainsaw a little bit here and there. They're not running 4-wheelers like I do, but even I only mix 1 gallon of gas at a time. So with that said, if you want it, we're just going to cover the basics. If you wanted 50 to 1 for 1 gallon of gas, you use 2.6 ounces of oil in that gallon. If you need 2 gallons, you just double it. So it goes, the chart says 5.1, but technically it'd be 5.2, but 5.1 would be okay too. Anyway, you keep doubling it for each additional gallon. Okay? Anyway, you essentially keep doubling it. But anyway, 32 to 1. 1 gallon of gas would be 4 ounces. Why I like 32 to 1 is because I can always remember 4. 4 ounces, 4 ounces. It's easy, it's undone. But it's okay. It's okay if your machine requires 32 to 1 and you splash a little extra in there. It's really essentially not going to hurt it any. It's just extra oil. The most it's going to do is clog up a freaking muffler and carbon buildup, which is real easy to clean out of these things. So, it's also okay if you ended up at 35 to 1. You know, add a little less. It's okay. Either way is okay, especially at that ratio. Now, some oils, they recommend you run 80 to 1, 100 to 1, doesn't matter what engine, because that's the way that oil is designed to run. Even though the manufacturer says 50 to 1 on this, if I got some Motul and they say 60 to 80 to 1, that's what you want to run, 60 to 80 to 1 with that oil. Okay? You're going to get your best performance and your best wear on your piston and your bearings and your rings and all that. So definitely go by what they say. But me, I'm particular, and I like to buy oil that specifies the same specifications as what my machines all do. And I'm in my range here. 32 to 1, 40 to 1, 50 to 1. I'll run 50 to 1 in this. I don't care, it's my beater, and I know this oil is good. I'll run 50 to 1. Let's go to the metric one for you metric guys. 50 to 1 for 5 liters is 100 milliliters of oil. 40 to 1 is 125 milliliters of oil for 5 liters of gas. 32 to 1 is 156 milliliters of oil for 5 liters of gas. Okay? Now you might be asking, what kind of gas should I be running? Because ethanol gas is bad for these. Okay? But here in the States, no matter where we go, we're getting at least 10% ethanol in our fuel. It's okay. I personally, as a small engine mechanic and a car mechanic, but cars are designed a lot differently than these small engines. And I'm talking 4 strokes and 2 strokes when it comes to small engines. I really haven't seen any odd wear from other than normal use on anything. Okay, that's just my opinion. We're not going to go deep into that. It's my opinion. Me personally, I run 93 pump gas in everything. My side-by-side, my 4-wheeler, the go-kart, the other 4-wheeler, the tractor. Well, it's brand new, but it has 93 in it. My mixed gas, 93, 93, 93, everything 93. Now the cars, I just put whatever's cheap in them because they have a computer that's designed to do things to make the car run efficiently per what type of gas you put in it. Okay? So does my side-by-side, but they still recommend you run higher octane, 93. So that's what I run. Not only that, you go from 89 to 93 pump gas, you really notice a difference in torque when it comes to a saw. Don't necessarily notice anything different on a blower, but it's there. You kind of notice that the throttle's a little bit more responsive and the engine runs a little better, smoother, operates just better. Don't be cheap when it comes to your expensive toys. If you have a cheapie like this, I don't care what you do with it. These aren't the most expensive on the market, but some of you guys have steels and all that stuff that range into the thousands. 500, 600, 700, 800, whatever. Use good gas, use decent oil. This is decent oil. It's not bad oil at all. Good oil. Just do that. Take care of them. They will treat you right. They will last. Okay? Now, I know I said I would talk to you about oil injection. I only have one toy here that has oil injection, on the exception of the chain oil for the chainsaw. Okay? I'm talking 2-cycle oil injection. First things first, get rid of it. Throw it out. Disconnect it. Pinch the lines off. Never put oil in it. I don't care what you do. Don't use it. Because they're about as reliable as a Cadillac. Alright? They suck. You should not be dependent upon them. For one, God knows what they actually mix your fuel to. For two, if you're riding your scooter, your four-wheeler, your moped, whatever, down the road, they sip oil so less. How do you even know it's working? Do you know how many that I've seen that quit working and caused major engine failure? Okay? Put your oil in your gas. You know why? Because you know it's there. You know it's getting into your motor. You know you put it in there. You know what ratio it's at. Do yourself a favor. Save yourself a lot of time, money, and a hassle. Mix your fuel. Don't rely on those little pre-mixed pumps on these freaking engines, because they don't last. All right? We have a four-wheeler that has that. Does not get used. Absolutely does not get used whatsoever. I don't trust it. I never did trust them things. I never will trust them things. So take it from a professional. Just don't even put oil in. If you don't know how to disconnect it, just don't put oil in it. Don't put anything in it. Crimp the line off with something, a zip tie, anything. Just crimp it off. Okay? Mix your fuel with your gas. Let's see. How do I winterize my machines? To be honest with you, I don't. What I do at the end of the season is I try and ride them around, make sure they're low on fuel, real low. And then during the season, I come out and I run them. And then about once a month, I just add some fresh gas and run them. I even ride the four-wheelers in the wintertime. I come out, like I said, these are new, but this one I've had for years. I just let them run. Just let them run a little bit. Another thing, that's how you save your batteries from being junk the next season, okay? Run your equipment. If you start your equipment, it draws from your battery, puts a draw on it. So at least let them run for 20 minutes for the ones that have batteries. But you never want to keep doing cold starts, ons off, ons off, ons off. So if you start your engine, let the oil get warm and let it circulate in there, okay? That way next time you start it cold, you'll have much less opportunity or much less a percentage rate of having a dry start, okay? Never just start and then stop after 5 minutes. Let it completely warm up. It's better for your engine and it's better for your battery because, let's see, the battery in the side-by-side is a year old. The battery in the four-wheeler is almost a year old. The battery in the go-kart is a little over a year old. Okay? And every one of these things will start right up. No problem, no questions asked. I can go right to them, show you, but I'm not, because I just had them running last weekend. Next weekend, I'll fire them up a little bit. I'll check the gas. I'll add some fresh to it. Okay? I don't winterize. And I only put chemicals like Sta-Bil and stuff like that in something that's running a slight little roughish. And I don't want to take the carburetor off. So I'll put that in there and usually I take care of it. So unless it's dirt, not just deposits. But yeah, that's how I winterize my things. Alright, it's been that way for years. I've never had an issue and all my batteries last me for years. Worst thing you can do for a battery is that. Okay? That is a good battery. I just sat it there a couple days ago. I gotta get a charger on it. That's for when I work on stuff such as this, that's my jump off of battery. And we take it camping and stuff so I can power things if I need to. Well, if you have any questions on the video, please comment below and let me know. If there's anything you want to know, I don't care what it is, just ask. We go through it. Now, I will tell you, I have ran out of this oil before and used motor oil in this, but you got to mix it like 16:1 or 20:1 ratio, which is a lot of oil to gas mix. Okay? As a matter of fact, that's what's in here right now. Okay? Runs excellent. I won't do that to these because they're new. Maybe after they get 10 years old or something. You know, like I said, that's my junker, that's my beater. That's the only one I do that to. Even though they used to run small engines like that for years back in the day. But anyway, alright, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, put a thumbs down and comment why you didn't like it. If you don't comment why you didn't like it, your dislike don't count. Okay? That's how we're going to do these. A lot of people don't like my videos, but you know what? I don't care. I'm just telling you, if you don't comment why, then it don't count. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching Redneck Garage. You have any questions? Just ask. Thank you.